Hello dear students, welcome to this session. In our previous session, we were discussing about refraction of light through the multiple objects. We have seen the refraction through a glass slab. We have studied about the principle of reversibility. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the formation of multiple images through via refraction through a thick plate, which will be of glass or mirror, right? We can make this glass plate as mirror by coating a silver or any other metals on the surface, right? So let's start today's session. What we are going to discuss in today's session: multiple images formation in a thick plain glass plate or a thick mirror. So let's start. So here is multiple image in a thick plain glass plate or thick mirror. So first of all, we will draw a thick glass plate. Here, let's take here. So this is a thick glass plate, right? This is made of glass and this is thick enough, right? Now we are going to make it a mirror by coating silver at the surface. Here we are doing the silver coating on the surface. Hence it will work as mirror, means now the rays which will fall on it will reflect, right? So this was a thick plain glass plate and this is silver coating. Right. Now suppose a ray of light falls on it. A ray of light fall on it obliquely, okay, and perpendicular. To form any image, as we know that there should be at least two rays. To get any image, we should have two rays. So one ray is passing perpendicular on this surface, right? This is going perpendicular on this surface, and another ray is going obliquely, strikes here. So this one which is going perpendicular will go without any deviation and will return on its path, and it will return on its path, right? It will seem like it is coming from somewhere here, but this ray will go here, will strike here and will return on its path. Though it will seem that this ray is coming from somewhere here. Another ray which is obliquely striking on this surface, what will happen with this ray? Now we will draw a perpendicular here. So this is a perpendicular, right? This is incident ray and this is angle of incidence. This is normal. So out of 100%, if they consider for your convenient that this ray is having 100% of intensity, right? This ray is having 100% of intensity. Then approx 5 to 6% of this ray will reflect, right? Approx 5 to 6% of this ray will reflect in this direction with the same angle, which is angle of incidence, means this angle of reflection will be same as angle of incidence. So this is reflected ray and its intensity is 6%. Suppose that 6%. If this ray is 100%, its intensity is 100%, then 6% intensity ray went for reflection. And now 94% intensity's ray will refract. So we are coming from air. This medium is air, while this medium is glass. So we are entering from rarer medium to denser medium. Are you getting? We are entering from rarer medium, which is air, to denser medium. So what will happen with the light ray in the case of refraction? The light ray will deviate towards the normal. It should go like this, but now it will go like this towards the normal. Right? This. And its intensity will be 94%. Got it? 6% of its intensity was reflected and rest is 94%, which is refracted here. Now, as this is silver coated, so hence it will also, so it have become a reflecting surface. As we have done the silver coating on this surface, so it has become a reflecting surface. So this 94% of light ray will reflect now with the same angle. As here we are seeing that this is the angle of incidence with the normal, right? This is normal and this is angle of incidence. So it will reflect with the same angle. This is reflected ray, right? With the same angle, and its intensity will be 94%. Right? 94%. Now, as we know that most of the part refracts, only some part of the ray will reflect. So here, most of the part will refract. Suppose that 90% of its part will refract now. This is normal, and we are going from denser to rarer medium. We are moving from denser medium to rarer medium. So rays should go like this, but it will deviate and will move away from the normal. So it will go like this, right? So it will go like this. Now this will be the reflected ray, right? This will be reflected ray with 90% intensity. Okay, with 90% intensity. Now some part of it, 4% part of it will reflect. 4% part of it will reflect. So here it is a reflected ray with 4% intensity. Again, this reflected ray will again reflected from this surface. So it will go like this. It will be 4%, and now 3% of this will refracted away from normal like this. Okay, and 1% will reflected like this. 1% reflected with the same angle, right? So this is what the process, how the light is traveling through this glass plate, right? Now if we want to form the image, then we can extend these rays. So for the first ray, if we will extend it, then we will get image somewhere here. If this is A, so we are getting the first image at A dash. Okay, where we will get the second image? Here. So this is the second image. We will get here A dash or B dash, right? B dash, if it is B, then it will be B dash. The third ray, we will get the third ray or third image somewhere here. Right? C dash. Similarly, we will get the different images, multiple images we will get here. Have you got the concept? What is happening here? Should I repeat it or you have got it? Okay, let's see. We want to get the image. So first of all, to get any image, we should have at least two rays. So one of the ray is going perpendicular on this surface, right, along the normal. So it will strike here and will return on its path. Will seem like it is going somewhere from here, though it will return from here, right? There will be no deviation, as we have studied that if light ray is going perpendicular to the surface or along with the normal at 0° angle, then it will not deviate and will return on its path, right? Another ray is going obliquely striking on this surface. So what with this ray? Some part of this ray will reflected and rest part will refracted. So rest part means most of the part will be refracted. Only some part will be reflected. Have you ever realized that if there is any room and there is a transparent glass door, then if you will see through the door, then you will get two types of images. One very dull image of yourself, which is through the reflection of light, and along with this you will get the image, or you will have the scenario what is other side of the door. Means whatever is there in the room, you will able to see that, right? So that is through the refraction. So both of these phenomena you will get at a time. Once again I am repeating that there is a room in which there is a glass door. You are standing this side of the door and seeing inside. Then what you will see, that some part, very dull image of yourself you are seeing on the door, on the transparent door which is made of glass, and you can easily see whatever is there in the room, right? Very clearly you can see whatever is inside the room. So your image is through the reflection, and this reflection is not strong enough. That is why you are getting very dull image. But you can see the objects inside the room very clearly, because most of the light ray is refracted. So this is due to this light ray which is refracting, you can see the image, you can see the objects kept there in the room. Okay, you can do this practical. So that is what happening here. Most of the light will be refracted. So if the intensity of light is 100%, then suppose that 6% of light ray is reflected, rest 94% of light will be refracted. So where we will get the image, if we will extend this reflected ray, then first image we will get at A dash. Okay. Again this 94% which was refracted here will strike on this surface. We have already coated this surface with the silver coating. So now it is working as a mirror. So it became the reflecting surface. Now the ray will reflect from here, from this surface. Now the ray will reflect from this surface and its intensity will be same. Angle of reflection will be same, right? So 94% intensity was here when the light was striking here, will reflect with the same intensity as light and will reach here. Okay. Now at this point, again what will happen? Most of the light ray will refract. So from denser to rarer medium, the light will move away from the normal. Hence, out of 94%, suppose that 90% ray is refracted. Now we will get the image due to this refracted ray somewhere here, B dash. Okay. Again, rest 4% will be reflected. So this is the reflected ray. Again, the reflection will occur and this 4% will be reflected here. Again, the refraction will take place. So most of the light out of 4%, 3% will be refracted away from the normal. Rest 1% will again reflected and will strike here. Similarly, this process continues. But what you are seeing here, that the intensity of ray is continuously decreasing, due to which the images we are getting here at C dash and then again at D dash are continuously fainting. Their intensity is continuously decreasing, right? So this is what the concept of multiple image formation through a glass plate or thick mirror. Hope that concept must be very clear to you now. So let's move on the next slide. Here is a question on the same concept. Figure shows a ray of light incident on a rectangular glass block. This is the rectangular glass block ABCD, which is silvered at the surface CD. Here you can see some blue color light, which is indicating that it is silver coated. Though we will coat it with the red, so it will be more visible to you. This is silver coated. Okay. Now, what is the question? Draw the path of reflected and refracted rays. So, this is the ray obliquely striking at this point A. Suppose that this point is P. Okay, we'll draw a normal here. We'll draw a normal here. Some part of this light will reflect. So, this is the reflected ray with the same angle. Whatever is the angle of incidence, the same will be angle of reflection. To get image, another ray will go perpendicular on this surface, will strike perpendicular on this surface. Hence, there will be no deviation. It will go back on the same path, though it will seem like it is coming somewhere from here, right? Somewhere from here. Now, some part of the ray is reflected, rest part will be refracted. As we are entering from air to glass, so we are moving from rarer to denser medium. What will happen when we are moving from rarer to denser medium? The light ray will move towards the normal, means now it will go like this. Though it should go like this, but will go like this. So this is a refracted ray. Again, this is silver coated, hence again it will be reflected from this point with the same angle. So this is reflected ray. At this point, the most of the light ray will refract. As we know that there will be more part of refraction, less part will be reflected. So most of the light ray will be refracted, and since we are moving from denser to rarer medium, so it should go like this, but will move away from normal like this. Should go like this, but will move away from normal like this. And rest part will be reflected. The partial part will be reflected like this. So if we want to get the image, then we will extend this. So first image we will get here. This is C and this is suppose that A dash or P dash. Suppose that this is P dash. So here we will get the first image. To get the second image, we will extend this ray and we'll get somewhere here the second ray, so, or the second image P double dash, right? So similarly we will get the different images. We can draw it somewhere here. Let's see. To make it more clear, we can draw it here. As it is silver coated. Okay. This is the light ray which is obliquely incident on this surface. Suppose that this point is P. Let it A, B, C, D. Okay. Now, as I said that some part of the light ray will reflect on the same angle. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. And most part of it will be refracted. So this will be the refracted ray. As we are entering from air to glass, means rarer to denser. Hence, the light ray will not follow its path. It will move towards the normal and here it will strike. Again, as it is silver coated, so hence it became the reflecting surface. So the light ray will reflect once again from here, will go here somewhere. Okay. This is reflected ray. At this point, most part of the light will be refracted from glass to air. Hence, the light ray will go away from normal like this. Like this. Okay. So, it went away from normal. And some part of the light ray will reflect. So, this is reflected ray. Okay. So, as here it is asked, draw the path of reflected and refracted ray. So these are the reflected ray. This is the first one is reflected ray. Reflected ray. This is refracted ray. Right? This is reflected ray. And this is reflected ray. This is refracted ray. Are you getting now? This one is the black one are refracted rays. These two are refracted rays and the red one are reflected rays, right? The black one are refracted rays and the red one are reflected rays. Hence, where we will get the image? Let's see. If we will extend these, rays, this refracted ray, then somewhere here we will get the image. If this point is Q, then we will get image here at Q dash. And if we will extend this, then we will get the first image here at P dash. Right? So, first image at P dash and second image as Q dash. These are the reflected and refracted rays. The black one are refracted rays and the red one are reflected rays. Right? The next part is, so at least two rays emerging from the surface AB after reflection from surface CD. So I have shown you the two rays from here. Let make one more ray as it is striking here, the reflected ray. So again it will be reflected at this point. Most part of this ray will be refracted and some part of this will be reflected, right? So this is again refracted ray. Again reflected, this is again refracted ray, right? Now what is the next question? How many images are formed in the above case? There will be multiple images will be formed here. Multiple images will be formed, right? Through this. The next is, and which one is the brightest? Try to understand which one will be brightest. Suppose that again intensity of this ray is 100%, 96% is refracted, only 4% is reflected, 96% is refracted. This one refracted ray is 96%, intensity of this ray is 96% and intensity of this reflected ray is only 4%. So due to this 4% intensity is ray, the image will be formed here will be dull enough, right? And now this 96% ray which is having the 96% intensity will reflect from here and again it will be refracted. So out of 96, suppose that 90% most part of this ray is refracted. Hence the image we will get from this ray will have the intensity of 90%. This ray is 90% intensity. This ray's intensity is a 90%. So the image will be bright enough. Again, see, only some part of this will be reflected. So suppose that 6% is reflected. Now this 6% will be again reflected here. Now the refracted ray will be 4% and the image we will get from this will be due to the ray which is having the intensity 4%. So which ray will be the most bright? Which image will be most bright? The second, this one. The second image will be brightest because this is due to the ray which is having the intensity 90%. This image will be formed due to the ray, I am extending this ray which is having the intensity 90%. So the second ray will be brightest. Second ray will be brightest, right? I hope that concept is very clear to you now. So moving on, next slide. So that's all for today's session. Now, I would like to wind up this session with this beautiful quote, which says that success all depends on the second letter. And what is second letter here? U. So success only and only depends on you. Though your parents will continuously ask you to work hard, to study, you will have tremendous pressure through the society, through your relatives. But finally, everything will depend on you. If you, from your inner soul, want to do something or want to get the success, then only you will be succeeded. Otherwise, the external effects will not so prominent enough that you should reach to the goal you are looking for. Only your inner soul, your inner power, your inner efforts, only your passion will give you the confidence enough, the strength enough that you can achieve your goal. So with this beautiful quote, would like to wind up this session over here. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a great time. Thank you for watching this session.